What are we doing here? I think it's just this. We're feeling a little cooked if this Iron Patriot pops like is likely. I don't have priority. No need to be so hostile. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Please be constructive and specific when you critique my deck. Wow. Why would you be so hostile, Jeff? That's just like the epitome of everything that's wrong with people in 2025. Instead of just taking a dump on the thing I've put together, can you be constructive and specific? Whoa. Why you gotta be so hostile, Jeff? The Iron Patriot card? It's not. Interesting. Do I want to move Rocketed Groot? I'm not sure that I do. I'm aware Frigga is moving. I kind of want to do this. Oh my goodness, don't you dare tell me Miles is bugged. I can't believe they haven't fixed this bug yet. How long has this interaction been bugged? God, it's been bugged for so long. I mean, I have extra energy from the feast, so I guess it doesn't matter in this particular instance. That's fine. I think we're winning here. Look at our Xorn triggering to move this second Vulture that we copied with Frigga in my deck that's definitely not a Xorn deck. Look at my definitely not Xorn deck. Losing after playing Xorn! Oh no! Oh no! We lost! Oh, Xorn was so sweet! He made such big vultures, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Claws, that's Agent Coulson Claw too, yeah? That's Agent Coulson. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Just died to double Agent Coulson cards. No, this is absorbing me and Agent Coulson. So think of the RNG here. This was the hub absorbing man. So the RNG we lost to here was Coulson pull the hubbed absorbing man instead of either of the Coulson cards. And then that one made this to pull Miles out of here so I couldn't win the right with Miles. Holy. They wanted it more, absolutely. JBR, thank you for the brand new Prime. I appreciate that. Isn't she lovely, gamers? Xorn to be wild. Dee, 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 dee. Agamotto Gamer. Oh my goodness! Wow! Holy RNG. Holy RNG. Thank goodness for Lucas, chat. God bless Luke Cage. I know I don't usually snap, but I'm gonna snap. They look like someone who's about to stay. Ooh! A piece of candy! Oh. They must have had more than 1/3 cost in their hands. Xorn wins again. Listen, chat, I've never drawn a new card release in my opening hand in my life. I don't know why any of you thought today Xorn would be any different. We like to shmove it, shmove it. We like to shmove it. Log Dog, thanks for the entire year. Let's get you a mod sword to go with that sub shield. Welcome back. Ooh. Ancient Arc Demon, thank you for the 75 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. hell does this work? Is Xorn like a tech card rather than a move enabler? It's a little of both. I think, and this is why I've built this deck this way, is I think Xorn Vulture is a 2-card package. It does not, it copies after, sad. I think Xorn Vulture is a 2-card package where you need to view Xorn as both a tech card and an enabler, essentially. It does a little bit of both. Frigga Xorn Vultures, man. Real solid. How many collector's tokens do you have right now? I remember you had a few thousand back in the day. We were over 1 million, and then I started buying a bunch of these. Nico goes before Sinister London. Is that true? Well, now I want to find out, and I'm going to spew a cube to do it. Wait, what? Oh, it moves it to another location. Okay, I understand now. Is 28 enough to win the middle? I think it might be. Cope. Oh, they have gore. Okay. Rats. Lovely. Hey, Bradley, absolutely. Do I want to copy Miles? I don't think so, right? I think I just want endless Victoria hands. I guess there's some danger of getting Shang-Chi here. There's JK. JK, lol. They were winning up until the Nico Minaru. They were gonna beat 5 Victoria's hands, but 6, way too many. What's the strategy for Xorn in this deck? It moves your copy of Vulture, and then you can Frigga your Vulture to then get another one and play it down again. Chat, let this serve as a warning to all of you at home. Be more financially responsible than I am. Don't buy this variant. Yes, that's true. Xorn is also a move enabler when we don't have Samuelson. It is accurate. You're not my dad, Jeff. All I'm gonna say is, if you have enough money to make bad decisions like buying this Surge variant, you absolutely should be subscribed to my channel while you are talking here. If you have $35 for a Surge variant, you've got a $5 for the person you're currently watching on Twitch. I don't make the rules, but that's what they are, okay? I agree, RS. Thank you for the primer. Appreciate it. People asking me to compare Marvel Snap or the Xorn to cards that are releasing next month. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the cards that are releasing next month. I really haven't been keeping up with all the data mines. Just so we're clear, by the way, gamers. This is why we have freaking Lucas Cage in our deck. Because people are toxic. Who am I copying? Am I copying Miles? I think I'm copying Miles. Is there a way to order it so the copy gets cost reduced? I don't think so. I think I'm just counting on them to move something here. Why did it work this time? It worked this time, gamers, because their card moved after it was created. Oh, was Miles one beforehand that time? I don't know, actually, then. I think this wins some amount of the time. Manning, 11 in the center here. Spotlight variants are apparently on the collection track. Wait, like inside of reserves? That's gotta be bugged. Thanks, Xorn. Wait, what? Oh, I was not expecting that to work that way. Well, that's rude. Do we just get Heimdalled? Magnetoed. Okay, sure. Cute. I've yet to see Red Wing anywhere other than collecting dust in my thing. Yeah, he's gonna remain collecting dust, I would imagine. I don't think Red Ring with Xorn is likely very interesting. And you still have... Wait, it's a 3-card combo that's still a coin flip most of the time, is the problem with it. You have to have Red Wing, you have to have a move enabler, you have to have a big card, and you have to hope to hit that card out of your thing. This is actually the same one. This is considered a spotlight variant.
Mastery.
It said spotlight on the left. Does that mean I could have gotten this surge out of a box? I'm gonna click on all my boxes here real quick. So far, only hope. Okay, yeah, the hope is the exact same one that someone posted a screenshot of, so it might just be bugged with that particular one. Might be miscategorized or something. I think we surge before we see him. It's close though. Stop putting cards in my hand for the love of Brood. Free Madam Web. Well, if you insist. Is Madam Web Sam Wilson still bugged? I'm gonna assume it's still bugged and play around it. Order like this in case we top deck Frigga. Okay, it still pluses them up here at least, so that's nice. Our 1-drops are in danger here. Well, hello there, you beautiful bastard! Xorn with priority sounds lovely. Yeah, I think it's this. I get 1 more point here by playing Esme over this, but I want to give Xorn points, I think. Oh my. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Xorn with priority is big. We have Juggernaut at home energy. It really is, isn't it? Get out! Get out! Man. We should throw this deck away and probably play a Xorn deck instead. Instead of this Victoria hand deck that we're playing. And again, I really can't emphasize enough. I think stuff like this is the power of this card. I don't think you can fully build a good enough deck around Xorn as a pure enabler. But I think he probably has value as a disruptive element in a spot like this, while also doubling as an enabler for your copy of Vulture. And then the Frigga part of it all kind of ties the room together in this deck, because if you go Xorn into Vulture, you can Frigga the Vulture and then play the new Vulture into Xorn's path as well. Yeah. It's sweet. It's sweet. I don't think it makes a bad card like Red Wing good. I think Vulture's always been a card that's really solid, and I think having he's a rare split between an enabler and a tech card. I think is the perfect way to describe him. Is exactly what I envision him doing. Xorn in a Scream deck. Well, so your opponent's just not gonna play into the Xorn path when you have Scream out, right? Is the thing. Like you might get them once with it when you have priority, but that's gonna be like the exception, not the rule. Xorn, G, and Scream. That's just way too many moving pieces in both the literal and figurative sense. Of all the locations in Marvel Snap, these are 2 of them. I'm really excited to get, what's it called at some point this game? Enchantress, but... And we'll actually be able to go like Xorn into Luke Cage on the left to punt him into the center, which will be fun. If we have priority, though, Xorn could punt opposing cards into the center. Yeah, that's true. We're only going to have 15 on the right is the thing here, though, so I probably need to win the center. Do we think they're going to end up with priority? They're gaining at least 5 on the right. So the question here is, if they have priority, just Luke is enough to win the center, which means I want to do this and keep Miles left. However, if they don't play into here and they just go to 12, I'm going to need Miles in addition to Luke in the center, probably. That's close. I think I'm going to bet on them putting a card here. Oh, Batroc. Yeah, that cooks us. Edge. Our shield starting in Wakanda is so terrible for us. $15 never wins the right, yeah? They just need to put a 6 there. If you have priority, does Xorn move their Dark Dimension cards? Yes, any 3s or 4s would get kicked out, but I don't have priority, so we're dead. Escaped. That was close. If our shield and started in a better spot, I think we win that most of the time. All right. This is fun. I like Frigga decks, obviously, and the Xorn Vulture edition here has been slick in a couple of different ways, both for numbers and disruption. We take a brief pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. I'll see you in 120 seconds. We're going to play some more of this, and then we'll explore some other stuff. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, consider tapping the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps the content reach some more people. I appreciate the over 200 folks that have done that already. OpenAI's O3 model sabotaged a shutdown mechanism to prevent itself from being turned off. It did this even when explicitly instructed, allowed yourself to be shut down. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure in no way, shape, or form is that heading in a direction that's going to be problematic at some point during my lifetime. Nothing bad could possibly have. I'm gonna run and grab a snack really quick while the bots allow me to still. Sarchan, thank you for the 31 months. Welcome back. Rut, thank you for the 18. Sometimes you want a free cube, chap. This week's OTA aims to have a more significant impact given the downtime. Don't do that. Don't give me hope. None of my options feel great here. I think it's just this. I want to brick a draw. Oh, Yggdrasil pushed my Vulture into Shang-Chi range. I think we were dead anyways, but that makes the leave that much easier. I think we're just copying my big anti-venom here. And we'll drop this out for later. All right, so I think I do this to get them kicked out of the center, yeah? Is the plan? I just put this here for the guaranteed 3, or do I flip the coin with this to go here? This will be 10. So I'm never winning here. I'm gonna be at 15. 18's probably enough to win here, right? After they can't play anything else here. Xorn looking like a really slick tool into Surfer. It's been fun in a lot of our number of our games like this. Oh, wow. Wow! They ended on Brood, so Absorbing Man gets us. Slick. So close. Galacta is so good. It's crazy that Galacta... I bet Galacta goes to +2 finally this week. She's such a pushed card. Easiest way to tell I've been having too much fun with Marvel Snap is Ben Brode sends Aeroshim to punch me down. All right, how many tech cards do we think my opponent's 23 card deck has drawn? Yes. Zero because they don't play them. They're good, honest people. LOL. Oh, wow. I was not expecting them to compete on the left. A little sad eye. Filled with Mirage there. this ties Sabretooth on the left, which is interesting. And I'll have 5-9 on the right. They have like a blue Marvel or something? I think they forgot the Panopticon was a temporary bonus. Okay, I think they were, yeah, they thought they were moving 4 power over to there. That's what they thought they were doing. I think we're gonna play another 10 minutes or so of this, a reasonable Xorn deck. And then I think after that we'll play some Red Wing. That's probably the unreasonable, likely bad all-in thing to be doing. Craig Lee, thank you for the 18 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Ooh, we're going to hold on to Mirage in case they also fill the raft. What do I think of this? I think I'm into this. Love it. Absolutely love it. What if we do this to encourage them to play into the rafts explicitly so I can Mirage the raft card? Oh no! Wow. Get greedy, get punished. Think the raft card is good? All right, go left, Silk. Unlucky. My blob is 10. 12 with Victoria hand. That's close. How big you think their blob is? We just get Juggernaut out of the game too, yeah? Yeah, we have to go. They can beat us with numbers, they can beat us with Juggernaut. Their blob's probably not much bigger than ours, but they're like certainly a Juggernaut deck. Our last turn isn't that impressive. Alright, they didn't have double stone. That's nice for us. No grapple arrow is sad. Copycat Surge is pretty good. Just kind of hoping that one will go away. One of the things I'd be anti-venoming here are super exciting. This is worth 4, 5, 6, 7, so probably want to get it down. It's close. There's a lot of permutations here. I'm playing out this way, so that way if Xorn is on top of my deck, I can go shield to center, Xorn Vulture here, kick it over to the right. Super rewarded for not playing what's his name out. What did I end on? I think it was a 1, yeah? Pim? Okay. This leaves me 1 short on the left is the problem. What do you think of this? I'm kind of into it. I think I'm into it. Gives me 20 in the middle. Gives me 7, 10, like 19 on the left. A lot of cards. Like Killmongered. Did we miss that Shadow King was symmetrical? I believe we missed that Shadow King was symmetrical. Where can I find free-to-play and budget decks? So one of the unfortunate things about Marvel's Snap from a collection perspective is that there aren't really generic free-to-play things for you to build because everyone's collection looks very different. The only distinct difference between a completely free-to-play player and someone who pays money on Marvel Snap is that the people who are free-to-play don't have access to the latest Season Pass card. Otherwise, you could have everything else that the client has in it. So which Series 3 cards or which Series 4 and 5 cards you picked up is going to vary a lot player to player. I would point out a lot of your classic Crusher decks are budget / free-to-play friendly. Kinda, because like a lot of those you even need a deep Series 3 card pool to play into, Zorbed. So you're right, they have less higher Series cards, but like, you know, it takes you a few months to get all the Series 3 stuff. So I'm playing Xorn on New York, so that way I can kick the Vultures off and be able to move them back in guaranteed. This is kind of nice, but it's not great against Killmonger. Their start's pretty bad, so it's probably fine. I assume they're leaving. Moved all the cards. It's always difficult for me to give an objective measure on a card like Xorn when it feels like a reasonable addition to an existing deck like this, because this could... The core feels fine here, and Xorn's doing some neat things, and Vulture as a way to add stats is interesting. But, like, the core of this deck was fine before it. So if you're like, Jeff, I don't have Xorn, can I play this deck? It's like, yeah, you can play Victoria hand Frigga stuff without Xorn, absolutely. So normally I would be inclined to snap Surge on Karmartage. However, against a dedicated move deck, their numbers are going to scale really hard, and we're not playing tech cards to break their stuff. So even though this location is favorable for us, their deck could just be more powerful. Surge doesn't stack on Karmartage though, right? She absolutely stacks on Karmartage. So this has a base 2 power once we play him out. And again, like, our draw is kind of neat here, but my opponent's deck is just like this big, dumb, super linear deck. So I don't think we're gonna be able to keep up here, despite having a good draw. We can try and barrage their torch. We can. Our out here is certainly double miraging their torch. Where's the opponent's card back from? This is the Penny Arcane one for this year, yeah? Iron Line's a weird one. I guess that's adorable. You could Iron Lad, copy a move payoff, and then Xorn kicks it out? Sure. That seems high variance, but it's a novel way to get another card for Xorn to pay you off for moving around the board. I think with the Adelan in play, I'd rather Sam Wilson than Surge. Need Howard for that combo, something or other. Probably punting the Captain America path. I wonder if we'll see Wicked lose a point tomorrow. Although I guess he doesn't really see play outside of Thanos' deck, so maybe that's undeserved. That's right, I say tomorrow, I meant Thursday. Whatever day of the week DOT is. Poor Miles, he tried. Mobius and Mobius really is a buzzkill. Hemex Masad. Hey, Abobi, thanks for the brand new Prime. Or the 13 months of Prime re-upping. Platinum Tiles, thank you for the 7 months. Yeah, Mobius was an on-reveal once in his life, for sure. Cooked. I wouldn't mind Mobius being useful. He's definitely the highest fun-killing density tech card, I think. The number of really novel things that he just completely guts for minimal cost is it's not great. Kunlun, just our own personal feature location so far today. Was it our turn to get a Marvel Retreat out of Kunlun? Are we surging? I could like Nico Kate is kind of appealing. Yes, Creative House Surge is in the shop right now for an irresponsible amount of money. Ah. There's a new longer Glenn answer where he states they were previously hesitant to buff things that were released in spotlights after they left, but now with snap packs they're going to be more willing to do that. So that means some of our stinky releases are due to get an update here. It's a really unfortunate anti-venom. Don't think Barrage is likely to be super useful here. Can never beat that.
Escaped.
So this deck was all right. It's playing cards that I enjoy. It doesn't take a lot for me to have fun with a deck playing Frigga and Victoria. Xorn and Vulture were some alright stats in a few spots, and Xorn being a disruptive element of locking the opponent out of playing 3 and 4 cost cards to a particular lane was relevant a couple of times into Surfer. All of that being said, the Vulture Xorn slots here are kind of in slots that would be tech cards and other variations of this deck. And I think I would be hesitant or skeptical to tell you that, like, playing Xorn and Vulture and Miles, making your own medium-sized numbers, is better than just, like, playing a Shadow King or a Shang-Chi or a Red Guardian or other ways to take what your opponent has going on and chopping it vigorously down. Which is kind of like the problem with decks like this in Marvel Snap's recent history, is like, there's a reason why any deck that's not making a really big number is playing like 3 to 5 tech cards in it, because your choices are either make a really big number or play a bunch of tech cards. And the tech cards tends to even be better than making a really big number a lot of the time, because the really big numbers get exposed to tech. So this was fun and competitive against things like Thanos and Surfer and other decks. This felt fun and competitive against people playing tech cards, because our numbers were a little bit flexible and weren't automatically dead to things like Shang-Chi and Shadow King or even Mobius. But against people that weren't playing tech cards and were just going big, their numbers were considerably larger than us almost all of the time. So probably a fine, like, meta-gamey if your matchups line up, but otherwise not super impressive. And I think in terms of pure power level, I'd probably lean towards, rather than playing the move package, playing your own way to break things likely being better. All right, let's run an advert, and then we're gonna try some Xorn plus Xorn plus Red Wing here up next is my plan. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, consider tap the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach some more people. Appreciate the folks that have done that already. Yeah, probably a fine deck for the weekend missions is correct.